What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and the simulator here. What's the date? 15th or something? 15th of May 2025. Rolling into summer here. I can't believe how fast time's been going by. Let's go with DLUD Golf's Best Courses League. Looks like we're in week 5. And the course is Streamsong Red. I believe I've played that before. Your vitals here are going to be 6 foot, gimme auto putt, 6,000 yard tees, let's call it. Greens are soft with a stimp of 11. Fairways are firm, and the wind will be blowing, it looks like. This is going to be a warm-up round for the shamble I'm playing tonight. Not scramble, but shamble. I've never played one. From what I can see, or rather what Flying Fat Kid told me, is you take the best drive and then it's every golfer for themselves after that. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Somebody will be streaming that, I'm sure. Let's get this course loaded up here though. And this will be my warm-up for that shamble. All right, folks, we're all loaded up here. As you can see from the mini map down there at the bottom right, we're basically on an island here between what I can only surmise are several bodies of water. I have not warmed up. I haven't taken a single swing. I did a little bit of stretching, but that's it. And with this being a 400-yard par 4, I'm not convinced it's an awesome idea to hit driver off of this tee, but a 4-iron with no warm-up is also, I wouldn't say, like a great idea. So let's get the round started here. See if I don't hurt myself. Oh, that hurt. Whew. All right, and we're off, but we're not in the water. That's what matters. 233 to the pin. Got a bit of a tailwind. We're at sea level. Let's hit this 4 again. Keep things nice and cozy until I get warmed up. Okay. What do we got now? 102, 107, plus a bit. This might be a makeable putt. I might be able to save par here. A little 10-footer. Greens are soft with 11 stimp, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, broke right before the hole. HLA wasn't bad. Got us a bogey there. Okay, we got a little more room for error here. 20. Let's see what's going on with the old driver with no warm up. Okay, not bad. What is next? 204 into the pin. This is an eagle putt, but it is not a short one. It's going to play about 18 feet downhill, left to right sweep here. Let's just try to get it near the pin and maybe get rid of this bogey here, right? Bring us back to even. Okay, no go. Seven footer here. All right. Still scraped that birdie out of there. Number 3 is a short par 4, 318 yards. I don't see any reason to not hit driver here. That was almost a perfect shot. It's a little low on backspin at only 1600 RPM, but it came off the club high into the toe, which is where you want to hit your driver. You won't hear any complaining from me, especially if you've been watching the channel for any amount of time. That's a pretty atypical drive for me. But let's see if we can keep this train rolling here. Alrighty, on in 2. We should be able to convert this to a par at least, because this putt's for birdie. 24 feet of feel by the looks of it. That HLA was almost 2 degrees to the right, which is fine if you're, you know, short putting, but not so great if you're any distance from the hole, right? All right, number 4, 286 yard par 4. I don't know if it's just the courses I've been playing lately or all courses, but I don't really remember stuff having this short of par 4s. Pretty sure we're on the beach. Another good strike. I don't know what. I wish this Callaway driver felt like my burner mini driver does. It feels, the strike feels so pure. It's a different feeling than this. I don't know what it is. I think I liked this driver in the beginning when I bought it last year, but it just doesn't feel very good. At any rate, 72 yards to the pin here out of the sand, unfortunately. Let's see what we can get done here. Very thin. All right, this putt is going downhill, a slight right to left break. We need to hit this about 24 feet, I'd say. Try to keep this horizontal launch angle a little bit under control. Way too hot. Didn't get punished too much, but it's probably going to cost us a par. 10-footer. It seems like you can play 5 different courses that are all soft green with 11 stimp, and they all feel a little different. Like maybe there's a range between 11 stimp and 11.99 stimp, and all of it's still just 11 stimp. I'm not real sure. These putts are going longer than they should, so I'd say if that hypothesis were correct, it would be more, I'd say closer to a 11.9 stimp. If I can keep this on the fairway, we should be good to go. Just get no slice basically would be nice. Okay, it's fading over a little bit, but hopefully we don't get a nasty bounce here. And we did. That's unfortunate. Okay, we don't have, if you're missing option 1, you'll never have a play it as it lies option, obviously, but it went in the water, you wouldn't have it anyway. Flag line, I don't know if we could get back to fairway. Looks like we can. All right, let's drop right there. Club speed, blah, blah, blah. That was a good drive, just didn't go where we wanted it to go. We're hitting downhill a little bit out of this lie with a headwind. I'm hesitant to do this, but we got some green to play with. I'm gonna hit the 6-iron. If it's pure, it might go too far is the problem. Sit. Okay. Guys, it is Thursday and tomorrow's Friday. Assuming you work a traditional 5-day, Monday through Friday work week, I get that some people don't do that. I have not always done that. I've worked weekends, I've worked nights, we've all done it. But for me, on this particular day, tomorrow is Friday. Alrighty, what we got here is 16 down. Probably just call this 30 feet. Oh, These putts are way hot. Did I say 11 stimp? Yeah, I did. Okay, so the driver and irons aren't costing us a lot of strokes, but the green certainly is. We need to go about 29 feet. We blew by this by 23 feet, but we got to hit it 29 to get it to the cup. And it curved right before the hole, costing us a double. Ooh, that's terrible. Okay, we can clean up from that. 122 yards with a bit of wind going from left to right. Let's hit a niner. A niner. Get it. Get that wind. Roll backwards. This putt's breaking pretty good from left to right. I'd say we need to hit it about 24 feet feel. Still trying to get the feel for these greens here. Yeah, that was hot again. All right. I'm not buying this 11 stimp crap at all at this point. It's inside the cup. All right, I'm pretty sure my HLA screwed me there. Another bogey, but we're fine. This season, all we're trying to do is break 100 in the simulator and the real golf course, but it is obviously much harder to do at the real golf course. Number 7 is a 500-yard par 5. We've got some wind wanting to blow us over to the left, but I hit a slicey fade most of the time, so shouldn't be an issue. Famous last words, right? Man, that came back good. That's unfortunate. What is we calling this? Sand? Okay, 296 out of the sand here. That came out left, and then the wind helped it, and then. So after 2 consecutive shots onto the beach, looks like we got 100 out. Oops. It's going to want to go left again, and the wind's blowing left, so let's give ourselves a fighting chance here. Alrighty, we got a lovely little putt here up a turtle shell. You can see that we are going to go up this pretty steep slope, and then we've got a little bit of right to left break. Kind of tough to know what to do here. 26. Greens are killing me here. This is for par. Let's call this one about 8 feet. Nope. Man, I'm dying on the greens here. Okay. 5 over par already, and we're only on the 8th hole, meaning we've only played 7 holes. All right, 98 yards. Let's hit a sand wedge here firmly. We got some wind. Don't want to get blown into that water. Not much going on with this putt. Let's see if I can aim a little outside the cup. Keep the stinking HLA under control. About 12.5 feet here. All right. All righty. Okay. Much better. Let's see if we can get a few more of those. I certainly don't get them on the real golf course, but I'm working on it. Number 9 is a 270-yard par 4, if you can believe that. Long enough hitter wouldn't even need to use driver here. Not bad there. What was that? A little shorter than my grandma hits. It ain't a big deal. She's been playing golf a lot longer than I have anyway. 38 yards. Looks like we're going uphill. So we know the ball is going to stop short. It's not going to roll out as much. Probably want to hit 35. We got some wind here. I don't know, 34, 35 yards. Another birdie. Starting to whittle away all those bogues. All right, 378 here. Looks like the leader's 8 under par, which is achievable if you don't hit a whole bunch of bogeys, right? Oh no. All right, we should be fine. 160 yards out of the sand. Looks like it's a cart path perhaps. 159. Let's just assume we're going to take a penalty. Pull out the 7-iron here. Let's actually have a golf ball up here cued. Looks like this TP5X Pix ball's about ready to go to the real golf course. It's kind of not fit for the sim anymore. That was fat. We might be all right. No, we're kind of right back in the crap. Yeah, you can see in the replay, you can see that club tearing through the turf. Honestly, don't know how this thing's even still intact. It is a SIG Pro Softy hitting mat if anybody wants something that's basically indestructible. Because I chunk a lot of shots. Okay, 36 out of the sand. All right, we took a pretty severe penalty out of the sand there. Another one of those stupid things about GS Pro, even though the sand is exactly the same on the fairway bunkers as it is next to the green, the penalty is much higher. Anyway, that's all the excuses I have for today. Right to left break for the most part here. Let's just get it up there and get out of the hole. We're already putting. Probably, if we get it in, we're going to take a bogey. Excuse me, in the circle we'll take a bogey. Need to hit this about 47 feet, which is could be any distance at this point. All right, negated another one of those birdies. Number 11 is a 375 yard par 4. Oh, they sure know where to put those bunkers, huh? Okay. Looks like 162 to the pin. We got some green to play with, and we're going to take some kind of a penalty here. I'm going to hit the 7-iron and hope to get a decent strike. Just getting warmed up here. We'll get warmed up right as the round ends. How about that? That's going way left. Came across it. Pulled it. Still technically fairway, par 4 here, and we still aren't on the green. Got plenty of green to play with, and we're in the fairway. Wind's blowing across us a bit. 46. Okay, coast to coast, baby. That was way too much juice. Little left to right break on this putt, and it's a little bit uphill. That had a chance of going in, just broke right before the hole like they always do, right? They either break right or left right before the hole. No fault of the golfer whatsoever. No fault of the golfer at all. That double bogey that we just took, I believe, putting us to 6 over. Is that a double? That double bogey was sponsored by the IRS. Thanks, IRS. Thanks, IRS. Appreciate you. Okay, 200 into the pin. Pretty long par 4 here. We're starting to see some longer holes here versus the shorties we've been seeing. That was good and fat. Not sure where that's headed. You really got to capitalize on those short holes, because then when you get these 450-yard par fours, especially if you don't hit too terribly far off the tee, you got to kind of make up for it. Okay, what was the penalty there? Oh. Okay. So random. You guys, if you watch this video before you play your round, write this stuff down, because my loss can be your gain. 18, 20, 21 feet here, which could be any distance really. Okay, and then right behind it, this 13 is 5 yards longer than 12 was, and it's a par 5, so you get a whole extra stroke. For 5 tiny little yards, you get an entire extra stroke. How about that for value? Oh wow, we found it. We found it. We're finding all these fairway bunkers, huh? It's a little dangerous up here. Let's just get out of this bunker and get into some position where we can go for the pin here. Okay, what do we got? $1.07 to the pin. Let's go with the gap wedge here. All right, not bad. I'd like to take this chance to talk about vanity license plates on cars. There's this guy at work, I'm assuming he's a guy, drives a, I think I looked it up and the Corvette was like 110 grand. Always parks it out in the back of the lot where nobody else will like ding their door into him. And his license plate says Corvette. Not the year, nothing else. Not Bill's Corvette or Jim's Corvette. Corvette. Like, no kidding? I could have told you that from about 500 yards away. These greens are having their way with me. Okay. Number 14 is a 150-yard par 3, a little bit of wind to disturb the force, but it's also downhill, so we got to play a little short, I'd say. Let's try an 8-iron. Get back right. Oh boy, that's long. That's a long ball. What was that? That was an 8-iron. That 8-iron just carried 170 yards. I don't know, folks. Am I just stupid, or What's going on here? 38 yards out of some poop. I think this took quite a bit of a penalty from us last time. 20 something, 20, let's call it 20% here. And that's my revenge. That's my revenge. Alrighty, this is gonna play a smidge over 400 yards because of the elevation. Scorecard says 392. Let's not hit this into a fairway bunker. How does that sound to everybody? All right, we got a $130 into the pin, a bit of a tailwind. We're uphill. Let's adjust for the wind here. Thinking GS Pro's telling me to hit an 8-iron with a tailwind and a little bit of elevation. Maybe a choke down 8-iron, because a full 8 is going to go to the moon. All right, another birdie attempt. We're probably a bit too far away to even think that's a possibility. 43 minus 18 is 33, 5, 30, 25 feet here. Man, these greens are taking me for a ride here. So crazy. Okay, we got to make this putt here. We're going to take another stroke. 10, 12 feet. Oh, come on. 8 over par, 16. Let's see if we can go down to 5 over par. Let's birdie all 3 of these holes. 156 with some wind. These greens are absolutely tanking my score. 156 down a few yards. Let's call it 153 with a bit of wind. 7-iron. Maybe not so strong. Okay, distance won't matter. It's off to the left. It probably would have been an all right shot. It would have been past the pin. And we are down in the fern gully here. Looks like the cup's cut into a low part on the green. Probably, I don't know, hit it about 36 yards and see what happens. Sit, roll back. There we go, keep on coming back. Gonna make me putt downhill, huh? All right. Downhill putt. It's doing a little something something downhill. I'll just be surprised if we don't blow it out of the circle completely, but let's give it a shot here. All right, not quite a birdie. let's see here, 362, par 4 on the 17th here. A lot of sand in the danger zone. What time we got here? Should be okay. All right, we got a good bounce. I must have played this course so long ago that I just don't remember any of it, to be honest. Or maybe it was because it's Streamsong red. Maybe I played Streamsong black or blue. I want to say there were other colors. Let's go with a gap wedge here. We'll choke it up a little bit. Roll back. Boy, you know what? I could probably score lower if my accuracy was better. All right, that's a joke. Pretty obvious, huh? 16-footer. All right, so we're kind of dialing in the putt distances here right as the round is coming to an end. That's all right. That is okay. Number 18 is a 435-yard par 5. Some wind. I certainly don't hit that far. Let's pretend I hit that far. And there's some sand right in the landing zone as usual. All right, decent drive there. We got a $175 into the pin with a bit of a tailwind. It's our 170 club here. We don't really have a good 170 club. There's a bit of a gap between the 7 and the 6, according to my cheat card here. So let's try to not wallop the ball too hard here. Okay, that'd have been too far anyway, even if it would have hit the green, which it did end up hitting the green, and now it's ironically rolling back toward the hole. This is an eagle putt, a 1 mile eagle putt, and since these greens have been throwing me for a loop the whole round, and I usually go too far, I'd say let's hit like 45, 46 feet of feel here. Really? Okay. Let's have a look at the old scorecard here. Not a bad round, 79. Handful of birdies, handful of pars, almost as many pars as birdies. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it'll say that on the next screen anyway. Let's take a look at the stats before we close out here for the day. Yeah, 5 pars, 4 birdies, 7 bogeys, 2 doubles. It's all right. Longest drive was 265, and something that I found out today watching one of Hazel Rocket's videos is the longest drive is not the longest you hit. It's the longest you hit a fairway in regulation. So if you see some stupid number here and you're like, man, I know I hit a lot further than that, check to see how many fairways in regulation you got. Okay, this is all looking pretty good. Ball speed's up a little. I've adjusted my stance with the driver and it seems to be working out nicely. 37 putts, 1 sand save, 11 greens, 8 fairways, and then something to do with a handicap here. I think it's saying my GS Pro handicap is 4.6. It's not 4.6 in real life, I'll tell you that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm about a 22, 24 handicap in real life. So this must take, it must only account for like your absolute best rounds. Like what am I capable of in GS Pro, right? Okay, let's wrap up the video. I got a scramble here in about 20 minutes. Well, it's called a shamble, like I told you in the beginning of the video. But I appreciate you guys watching, as always. I appreciate the comments. Yeah, keep them coming. If you're new to the channel, do not by any means feel obligated to subscribe. We've all got enough crap going on in our lives without having to feel obligated to watch Shelby's cute videos and leave little comments on them. It's just not necessary. I'm a grown adult. I have a job. I'm not trying to do this for money. But even if after that warning you do decide to subscribe, I appreciate it. I like watching the little ticker go up. It goes up most of the time. It doesn't go down too often. But that's all I got for you. We'll see you guys in the next video. And somebody should be streaming that shamble here in like 20 minutes. Have a good one. We'll see you later.